Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Hearthstone deck guide video, I'm going to take a look at one of the best decks in the game right now, and that is Poison Rogue. Yeah, Poison Rogue, I played with this deck and I had insane success with this 80% win rate, just killing people left and right, and it doesn't look like the deck has any of the traditional weaknesses anymore, because Poison Rogue, let me tell you, Fractured in Alterac Valley has done some really good things for this deck. Well, what does Poison Rogue do? Your main win condition, traditionally, has been your weapons. Swinetask Shank, there's 2 copies of that is the best weapon. And then there's also 1 copy of Self-Sharpening Sword in this list. I still like to play with 3 weapons. I'm not comfortable with 2. I feel like I'm not drawing a weapon often enough. Although statistics are telling me that 2 weapons actually should be okay as well, so you don't necessarily need the sword out there, but the shanks are absolutely mandatory. And then somebody says, hey, but there's 5 weapons in this deck. Well, sort of. But Blackwater Cutlass, you're hardly ever going to use that as a weapon. It's there to be traded and discounting your spells. You trade it discounts your spells. You trade it discounts your spells. You only use it as a weapon as a last resort, and I have actually never ever used it as a weapon. You have those weapons and you put some poisons on them and you smack face, and then your survivability. There's Cloak of Shadows, give your hero stealth for 1 turn. Yeah, sure, that buys your turn, so you want to swing first and then give yourself stealth, because if you give stealth first and then swing, that breaks your stealth, so don't do that. And then there's Shadowcrafter Scabs. Battlecry return on minions to owner's hands, summon 2/4 shadows with stealth, and give you a crazy hero power that discounts the next card that you play by 2. And Scabs is really the engine that makes the late game Poison Rogue just so crazy. Already on like your Scabs turn, you play Scabs, use your hero power, and you can add another poison to your weapon, just for free. And then a little bit later, direct damage comes into play. So there is Guild Trader in the deck, tradable, spell damage +2. Sometimes you use this for trading, drawing other cards that are more suitable, but in the late game, this becomes your damage engine. Spell damage +2, then you have Garrots, you have Wicked Stabs, you have Sinister Strikes, and thanks to Scab's hero power and preparation, actually one or the other is enough, you have 30 or more damage from hand with these damage spells and Guild Trader. So yeah, as an alternative plan, you can just OTK people from hand without ever swinging with your weapon. Like, whoa, this deck has gotten really spicy. As for the mulligans with this deck, well, mulligan is fairly simple. You want your weapon. You hard mulligan for your weapon. Swinetask Shank, or less ideally, Self-Sharpening Sword. Anyway, you really want a weapon. If you don't have a weapon, throw everything away, try to find a weapon. If you have a weapon, then you want some poisons. Then you can start looking for like poisons, maybe some card draw pieces. There's a bunch of stuff that you can do after you already have a weapon. But yeah, this deck is crazy strong right now. I fully expect this will be nerfed in the next balance patch, but enjoy it while it lasts, and this is what it looks like in action. There are more good players on EU, because there are more players on EU. So, like, NA 2000 is pretty memey still, like on Legend. NA 2000 is more like EU 5000 or something, maybe 6000. So there's obviously an effect like that. But apart from that, then no. It's the same kind of players, it's just at a bit different positions.
Happy Feast of Wintervale.
Happy Feast of Squelch Whale to you. Not a whole lot I can do here. That's some potential damage going to the dome, but not very quickly. So the Squelch Whale might prevail. I should have enough turns to just play the sword here. Get 4 attacks from the sword. That's up to turn 7. That's acceptable, I believe.
Trust no one. Not trust no one. Not even me.
We'll see. Really? Both Wicked Stabs, both Sinister Strikes. I want some cards, I guess.
Nothing gets past me.
Job done.
Well, that is a lot of damage from hand, but how will I be able to actually use it? I would need a cloak. Cloak, a kingdom for a cloak. Also, please don't find ice barrier. Turn 5 cloak, turn 6 cloak, turn 7 scabs. Hey, that was my plan. How did you know that? That was mine. My plan. I was thinking of doing that. And that's for trading. I literally have every single damage spell from my deck here.
Nothing gets past me.
I don't know how I'm going to survive. Obviously they can't kill me this turn, but what about next turn? If I don't find cloak, can they kill me next turn?
Let's see what you got.
9, 10, 11 damage on board. 13 damage on board. Might get me next turn. They only need another 3 from hand. This needs to draw me a cloak, right?
Nothing gets past me.
There's my cloak. So for 7 mana I can play Guild Trader plus Sinister Strike, Wicked Stab. 16. Okay, we have a lethal setup. We have a lethal setup. If they don't have Mage Secrets. They need a Mage Secret now.
No one crosses the uncrowned.
Okay, they have a cloak. Then I have to play scabs.
Keep your enemies close, and your shadows closer.
Nine cards in hand is fine. 4, 5. I'm gonna do one Garrote here. Okay,
My hand is too full.
I'm at 21. Can they deal 21?
Water is life.
That's nothing. All right. So far looks good.
More meat. that. Not what I want.
The path.
Okay.
Potions, flasks, BOE, I got it all. Critical strike. Critical strike.
Boom. If they have Wild Paw Cavern, then I guess I'll die. Wild Paw Cavern can be tricky. Alright, we're gonna be shanking them from turn 3, I believe. I run the list with 3 weapons. The more popular list only has 2 weapons, but I'm not trusting enough that I'd find a weapon if I only have 2 in the deck. I try to avoid games like that Warlock game was there, where you just can't find a weapon no matter how much you draw. Now, Cutlass doesn't count as a weapon, because it's not used as a weapon in this deck. It's just used to discount your spells. Would I prep the Deadly Poison? I totally would. Because I have the Paralytic Poison for next turn anyway. So if I like top deck a Swindle, that's fine. They can have some Feral Spirits in that deck though. Those can be annoying. There should not be a Wild Paw Cavern. Unless they randomly generate the Wild Paw Cavern. In which case they can have one. That was inconvenient. Hate it when they randomly generate Wild Paw Cavern. Let's see. I felt like I don't want to cloak yet, because I want to cloak a little bit later. Preferably go from like cloak into scabs or something, if possible. But I might not have enough time. No, they have 12 damage on the board. That's a problem. Oh, I will have to cloak now. But if they find Feral Spirit, then I think they are on the way to winning this. My hand is not great. I haven't found any draw. Physiotic with the freezing stacks. Yeah, I mean the Wild Paw Cavern is... It's a card that just kills decks that rely on hero attacks. Very, very strong card. Against like Fell Demon Hunters. Against the Soul Demon Hunter that I built. They're trying to find a Taunt minion. They were able to. Such a sad time. This is not good enough. I think I have to kill that. I have to cloak again. Man, this hand. Their discovers are on point 2. Oh boy. It's Hearthstone. Hearthstone is the Hearthstone thing. Where you get the Hearthstone experience. Cannot play both scabs and poison, so I have to play just scabs. Actually I can, because I can discount the poison by 2. Yes. But now. More durability. Look at that. And card draw. Alright. Alright. Can we do it from here? We have seen both copies of the charged call. So it's AoE and taunts, right? It's got to be AoE and taunts. I have to hit into that one of those taunts, right? Probably. That will draw 2 cards.
Hold on. I'm getting inspiration.
I think it's going to be important.
Slice and dice.
Going to be important to draw 2 cards. Great Cutlass. Swindle.
Hear that sizzle?
There's the Guild Trader. $12. 17. That's just 17. And they have the healing. Two, 4. That's only 6 and this is 7.
Potions, flasks, BOE, I got it all.
17. 21. One wicked step goes there to the taunt. Then it's the Garrot. Then it's the hit to the face to draw another 2 cards. There's the Cutting Class to draw more cards. Then it's the Prep, Stab, Strike, Secret Passage. Bleed. Okay. Dead. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.